Afternoon, everybody. We're here in San Antonio, Toyota Field. Special night for Texas soccer. USL Championship semifinal of the Western Conference. Going to be an amazing game, great game tonight. There's only two things that we know for sure. One, that a Texas team is going to be in the final of the Western Conference, and the second, that the striker Texas is going to be out there, supporting and covering, giving you the best coverage of the games. I got two good friends here with us. I'm gonna start with I think you're a regular, right? You're already on the
Yeah,
payroll, Steve, maybe of the
right.
striker.
I just don't know where those talent checks are yet, but I am. Last time we were together, we were at Toyota Stadium in Dallas.
That's it. From
Now
one
we're at
Toyota to another.
now we're at Toyota Field in San Antonio.
That's it. So this is our friend Steve Arters, founder of the Copa Terras and long a fan of San Antonio FC. On my left, the president of Rocketeers, Damien. Did I get the name right? Did I say
Damien
it right?
Dobbs, yes.
All right, Damien. Welcome. No, you guys welcomed us at the beginning of the season, and on the tailgate was an amazing experience. Today here inside the stadium, it's so good to be tonight here, huh?
Absolutely. Beautiful night, beautiful people, and this is going to be a great game. So thanks for having me.
Talking about beautiful night, perfect weather for a soccer game tonight, right? It couldn't be better.
Absolutely. It's going to be beautiful. They're expecting a packed house. I'm sure the Stampede are going to be bringing quite a few people, so it's going to be a great game. Might clarify, so what this also means is that at least one Copa Tejas team is going to be in the Western Conference Finals.
That's exactly important to say here. The Stampede was supposed to be here. Michael from the Stampede was supposed to be here. He wasn't able to make, so hopefully we can get him on one of the shows.
Absolutely.
As you know, we're going to repeat here with the USL Championship what we did with the Copa Tejas final in Dallas. One show every hour. We got this one now, the supporters group, talking about how important it is, this culture of the supporters group. Afterwards, we're going to have a San Antonio FC show with Jonathan Check hosting that show. We got a nice, cool interview that we did this week with Marcina, an exclusive one for you guys.
Good.
6 o'clock Eastern time, Central Time, we have RGV show with Edson Ochoa. If he gets in time, also he's on his way from the Valley coming here to cover. That's how important, like how much investment we put from the Striker Texas in Texas soccer. Doesn't matter if it's MLS, USL, NWSL. What we want is this
soccer.
game to it's the game to grow, right? And going back here, Damien, tell me, could you expect in the beginning of the season and in some of those moments, these two teams had ups and lows in this season. There were moments we on our podcast every week with the Striker Tejas that I saw every one of my reporters from each one of the teams saying, this team is bad, we're not going to make it. And then a few weeks later, man, this team is so good and we're going to make it.
Right.
And could you imagine at the beginning of the season and then those low moments that you would be playing the semifinal at home today?
I did actually. So as I became president in January and I got introduced to the AFC front office, Jose Lazaro took over, he's an amazing person. And I'm on a Zoom call with him. He says, hey guys, ready for a new season. We have a few new players, seeing them practice. We got a whole new team and we're going to take it on. And I was like, yes, I've been part of the Crocketeers for 4 years now, part of SAFC for 4 years. And when I was introduced to Jose and he said, we're going to take it this year, I felt it in my heart saying, yes, we're going to do it. And look at us now. Texas USL Championship game. Amazing. Yes.
It is so good.
Yeah.
And what about those lows moments? Were you scared?
No, because every team has a low, every team has a high, and you need to regroup when you have that low or when you get a break. So, and then you got to bring in the players, you got to know when to sub them, and just got to recharge. And they found that recharge moment, and they said, "We got it, we got to take it," and we conquered, and we're here now. It's great.
It is fun. Steve, two Copa Tejas teams. You said this in your presentation a few minutes ago. How much work did you do, and how much pleasure are you having now seeing these two teams here and knowing that somebody from Copa Tejas is going to be in the final?
Well, it's just amazing the way that Copa Tejas sort of continues to grow and grow and grow, and not only on the USL Championship level, but also, as you know, on the MLS level. But for there to be two teams in the Western Conference semifinal that are Copa Tejas, and meaning that, like El Paso Locomotive, another Copa Tejas team that had been in the Western Conference Finals 2 years ago and then last year. So the Copa Tejas, it just shows the amount of talent in this state and how well represented it really is.
And like we said before, we all follow soccer all levels. It doesn't matter what it is, not just
Right.
the striker. I know both of you do. You, Steve, I meet you every stadium that I go. That's
Yeah.
something you're there. I think you have clones out there. There's like 4 or 5 of Steve's. But how disappointing was to see the MLS Texas teams, the state be so weak in MLS. And in the other hand, the USL be so strong, even with the boat into the last game, could have made it. El Paso being the best team in the Western Conference
Right.
until the last round also. And again, these two teams playing tonight, and one of them is playing the final. What's wrong with MLS? Why couldn't we be so strong in MLS as we are in USL? What is it? What you would say as fans?
Well, if I can jump in, I think Austin FC, certainly being a first-year team, some of that was expected. Dallas and Houston, I'm sure that they thought they were going to be better than they were. Injuries and some other things didn't play out the way it was supposed to. But all three teams look very committed to making those playoff runs in 2022, and I think that's what you're going to see.
I agree. What do you think, Damien?
There was a lot of politics involved. It's unfortunate we won't get an MLS team, but with SAFC players, the heart and what they've achieved, they want it so bad that they're bringing it to SAFC. Who knows? We'll see 5-10 years. We may just get an MLS team because of the sportsmanship and how hard they play.
I agree. I truly,
Like it.
I truly don't understand. And we had this discussion. I always say this. I was the general manager for the Aztecs and for the board, and we were in the process of trying to bring MLS to Austin. And I never understood the mentality of MLS saying that San Antonio and Austin are the same market. Makes no sense for me.
Correct.
I think whoever says that has no understanding what the rivalries between these two cities have and how long it's going to be. I just drove from Austin now. It's a drive. It's a drive. I don't think anybody's going to, on a weekly basis, go to Austin to watch Austin FC or the other way around.
Right.
So the other part that I get excited of a good future, like you said, the run of playoffs is if we see on the youth side, Texas is very strong. You see in the USL championship level, we already talked how strong it is. We have that gap in MLS this year, and then you go to the U.S. national game, in the U.S. national team, it's filled of Texans, right? How exciting was that game yesterday?
It was incredible. And U.S. men's and U.S. women's national champion or national team games are just fabulous to watch. To be a part of it, to be a part of the American Outlaws, to be a part of that whole culture is just terrific. And now there's more and more supporters groups that are going to sort of be subsidiaries that are coming up. So it's a terrific culture. It's a terrific community to watch grow.
Just a reminder for everybody, this semifinal here is San Antonio and RGV Toros. The other semifinal playing tonight also, both games on ESPN Plus. This game here kicks off at 8 p.m. Central Time.
Right.
If Orange County, the other semifinal is Orange County on Oakland. If Orange County wins, they host the final. If Oakland wins, the Texas teams host the final.
Correct.
Right? So,
correct.
Again, we're going to have two eyes, one eye on this field here and one eye on ESPN Plus to watch that. I'm going to focus here in San Antonio because you both are from here. You both are fans here. It wouldn't be who would you like to play at this point in time? Orange County that has been consistently strong year after year, that had a better regular season, or an Oakland that had a very bad, difficult start of the season and just kicked off El Paso last week.
And is hot now. Is getting hot
It
now.
is in that moment.
Right.
Who would you want, in despite of playing at home and away? But then we'll take that piece into consideration.
Well, I will tell you, I don't think SAFC cares who they play. And sort of to rebound on Damien's point, the front office here, Tim Holton, all the way down, the coaching staff, Alan Marcina, and all of the coaches and all of the great players, they seem to be getting hot at the right time. And SAFC, historically, I mean, the furthest they've ever gone in the playoffs is a second round loss in 2017. So this is historic, not only for SAFC, but also for RGV. But it just appears that things are really starting to align for SAFC. So from what I hear from the coaching staff and from the players, they really don't care who they're going to play.
What about the supporters? Who do you want? Do you want a traditional Orange County or a newcomer Oakland playing in the final?
So as a head of a support group, whatever occurs, we want a home game here in Toyota Field. We're out here 18 home games, setting up for the community here of San Antonio and the outer cities.
Yeah.
We bring it to them. Let's bring it home. Let's bring it to SAFC. We want the game here, and we want to jump this stadium up and down and march in and conquer that star above that crest.
By the way, it's important.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt we want a home game, but that's also not to say that I don't think this team could go on the road and win.
That's great. Important to say that it's too early. If you're here in the San Antonio area, even in the Austin area, come over. The supporters group, they have the march, they have the pregame show, the tailgating, which is it's really good, really welcoming. It's friendly,
world class tailgate.
Family oriented tailgate crew. We have free food.
That's
we
right.
have water. We have soda. We have beer from a couple different breweries. One of them being Tough Dog Brewing. I'm the brewer.
I was gonna say, but do your.
That's exactly right.
I have my home brew here, but we're here for the community to serve you and for all of us to support SAFC and to root on RGV. You know, it's going to be a great game, but the Crocketeers are here for San Antonio every home game.
That's it. So if you're close by, come over. Come enjoy the game in person. It's going to be a fun night with the supporters group.
We got to say one thing. It's free.
There's
nothing.
The tailgate
there's no
is free.
Payment. It's free. Bring the kids. We got games.
And just to add, that's of course 210 and Mission City firm as well. So it's a group effort. It's a community effort, but everybody's welcome. And just like Damien said, it's free and it's
right
great.
Next to us.
That's great. So again, if you're around here, come over to the game. Come over to the tailgate. And if you're anywhere in the state of Texas, tune in on ESPN Plus. Let's make this a great audience. I think we can reach an amazing audience with this game. It's going to be a fun game. There's two fun teams to watch play. So
right.
I can't forget to say here also a special thank you to the SAFC front office, Tim Holt, Preston, for allowing us to be here. San Antonio FC front office has been a huge partner of the Striker Texas from day one, supporting us to make us stronger, because we all want the same thing, which is making soccer stronger in our state. Before we go, final words here, and I know you guys have to go, celebrate at the tailgate.
Yeah. No, let's have a great game tonight, 8 p.m. And I'm hoping for 2-0 SAFC.
All right.
That would be an excellent score. My final thought, like what we talked about when we were in Dallas at the Copa Tejas final, really want to thank the Striker Texas for all of their coverage statewide. Everything you guys do from MLS all the way down to high school, all the colleges, of course, USL Championship. So thank you for your coverage.
So you're asking for a raise?
Is
that what you're saying?
Apparently the on-air talent always gets caught in traffic, so I get pulled in. So.
But you're right, Steve. Roberto and Jonathan, they've been here since day one. I met them this season. They've been fantastic. They've been to the tailgate. They've been live at our tailgate, broadcasting our support groups from the beginning.
That's exactly right.
Now, I get a phone call. But it's great support. Thank you. Thank SAFC. And, let's go for a great game.
I appreciate all the thank you for us, but I think the thank you is for you guys. You guys put a lot of time, a lot of effort with doing what you do, and a lot of times not recognized by the front offices of the teams. We talked last night, right, Steve, when we were talking, preparing for today. You're saying, Roberto, I never expected Copa Terras was going to be a second job for me, right?
Right.
Again, if you ever lose your day job, well, come to the striker. You're
All
doing
right.
good,
I
man.
appreciate it, man.
Anyways, remember, we can only do this with your subscription. Support the Striker Texas, and support the Striker Texas when you support local soccer. Follow us on social media. We got 30-day free trial, so there's no reason for you to not try and follow all the news. Remember, we got Jonathan Check here covering San Antonio, Edson Ochoa covering RGV Toros, and we have a special guest from MLS here on our squad. So Victor Arizer is going to be here today. So he's
great.
driving from Houston to also help us the coverage today. So we believe in Texas, we believe in soccer, and we're here for you. Stay tuned.